Hello, everybody. Welcome to EFL Championship predictions. I just asked Sam what we should call it. He said mini preview bonanza, but it's a little catch-up round. We didn't want to miss out on the 4 games that are taking place this Tuesday. Sam Parkin has already rinsed me for looking like Kaniki from Greece after just coming out of the shower. Sam, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is we're probably going to do more public apologies than predictions tonight after last week. The good news is you won 5-4, which is kind of like a muggy 1-0. And your main reason for winning was that you had Middlesbrough 1, Norwich 0, Bob on. So well played, matey. 16-9 with 5 draws. You are gaining.
I am, mate. I've had a good few weeks, and it's ironic me giving you stick about your Barnet using the Greece reference, considering I have no hair, and basically, the whole premise of that show was
you were a professional footballer for a living. There's no way I can win any status argument with you.
I was just trying to think if there was even like an older statesman in Greece that had a bald head, but I can't even think of anyone in the diner.
They all had awesome hair in Greece.
No, but even the adults in it, I can't think of anyone. Can't think of anyone who was just passing through with a bald head. So
there you go.
Glass houses and all that. Let's crack on, shall we? I'm happy with how it's going, mate, because I'm just reeling you back in, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. I'm a bit worried because they're thick and fast over Easter and 3-game weeks.
It's a bit like the rest of the pack just reeling Cov back in, isn't it, basically?
Well, it is a little bit, isn't it? Right, let's get into it. Get your predictions down in the comments. Only 4 games. We'll give the public apologies afterwards. There are 3, but you're up first, Sam. What about this? Calamity El Crapico here. Blackburn versus Sheffield Wednesday. And did you get a chance to react to Blackburn being sued by their kit manufacturer as well?
I haven't.
Mate, of all the off-pitch stories coming out at Rovers. Not a surprise, but surely they're going to beat Sheffield Wednesday now bannonless, aren't they?
Yeah, I would think so. They're starting to get players back, aren't they? I think that's what we discussed last week. They've had a hellish time with injuries. And I think this is must-win territory, isn't it? For everyone's sanity. And probably for the coaching staff's future, short-term future. So they got to win it, obviously. Not scoring goals, which is an understatement, but Sheffield Wednesday are really toiling for obvious
8
reasons.
Without a goal, Sam, is it?
Is that right? Blimey.
Something crazy, isn't it? Keep talking, I'll look it up.
How did we go with Sheffield Wednesday Wrexham? I thought I was close to being on the money there, or did I have a couple of goals to nil?
You had a 2-1 win. I had a 3-1 win to Wrexham.
Yeah, because when that goal went in, I thought that was about right in terms of what I felt. And do you know what?
Yeah, 8 without a goal, Sam.
Blimey. I'm going to go for the exact same result for Wednesday to be on the wrong side of, I think it's Blackburn Rovers 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
I mean, it's so predictable. That's a scribble. I had 1-0 Blackburn. I just think it's going to be grubby, isn't it? So I'll agree with you on all your sentiments and the 1-goal margin of victory. Let's give Wednesday a goal. Wednesday fans, let me know about this 60-minute thing as well. Apparently, Wednesday are in games until the 60th minute, and then they lose them in the last third. I don't know if there's any data on that. Anyone could give us in the comments. That'd be great. So, Sam, I'll go 2-1 and just double you up, but I would have taken the 1-0. Hull versus Watford has taken on a bit of extra significance because Javi Gracia has resigned this afternoon. We're filming on early Sunday evening, so it's going to be another 3-manager season at Watford, which is just ludicrous. Massive sliding doors game, Sam, because we're obviously covering some games that got postponed. Remember when this got postponed? Watford were red hot at that point. It got postponed 20 minutes before the game because the technical area was frozen over. And you just wonder what would have happened if that game had got played and Watford had won. Because look at where Hull are now. They're on fire. And Watford have just ended up changing managers. So I've been back in Hull pretty frequently now. They're on a superb run. I think 5 W's in a row, all comps. I've got to back them again now, given... I don't know who's taking the team, Sam. Adrian Marinappa. A couple of others. I'll look that up while you're talking. I will go, mate. I'll go 3-0 Hull just because of the chaos at Watford. I think that's going to be very rudderless and not a good performance from Watford on Tuesday. 3-0.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard not to feel sorry for the Watford supporters, isn't it? Because I thought they had a degree of stability last year, which I've probably gone on record with you saying countless times that I
I
felt,
quoted you in my reaction today saying that,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no, I felt some of the Watford fans that I know or follow and stuff like that actually were quite enjoying it under Tom Cleverley. And again, this year, I think someone who they really liked. So that is a real surprise today. So you have to back Hull in this game.
Just
Yeah.
quickly, Sam, Charlie Daniels, Dan Gosling and Adrian Maranappa.
Oh, yeah, I played with Charlie a long time ago.
Where?
Leighton Orient. He was a young
Nice.
lad on loan from Tottenham. Really good lad, actually. Went on to be a brilliant player, didn't he, at Bournemouth. Adrian Mariappa, I've come across as well. Good guys. So hopefully they can make a fist of it. But yeah, I think on form, and I've been knocked down on the whole, but I just kind of have that sentiment that it's not going to be, that easy to remain as consistent, and they are making me eat my
So
words.
good.
So I'll soften that, and I quite like the 1-0 again. So I'll go 2-1. I'm not going to go 1-0 again. 2-1 Hull.
Pompey Ipswich, you're working this one, yeah?
I'm working this one. What a win that was for Pompey at the weekend.
Wow.
New players coming to the fore. Ali getting a goal. Ebu
Sam,
Adams.
where did this come from? 1 defeat in 9, Pompey.
Yeah.
9. How about that?
I think they came up against a team who's in a bit of a rut under the new manager at the weekend. That probably helped with the manner of the victory. But
Opening goal scorer can't play, Sam.
Chaplin, yeah, what a goal that was! Great goal coming across him.
Seen that before, haven't we?
Yeah, great few days for him because I felt that they were losing their way in that derby against Southampton after 65, 70 minutes. So to get a point in that and back it up with a win here, great going. I think they still want to do 1 or 2 bits of business. So it could be a busy 24 hours leading into that game. But the manager will continue to get plaudits for just positioning themselves with an opportunity to stay in the division. Can they go and do it again? Oh, I think the best they can get is a point here against Ipswich. Ipswich need to get going, don't they? I'm going to sit on the fence, mate. I'll go for the Desmond. 2 each.
It's a scribble. Yeah.
Is it?
I had a Desmond. You look at all the data on this one, mate, and Ipswich going away now. And would you believe, Ipswich have got 5 in a row away. Hull have got 5 in a row at home. So you can... they did the overtake at the weekend, Hull. You can really make an argument that they stay above Ipswich through February now, despite the games in hand. And Pompey will be without Chaplin, but I had it as being a kind of feisty, fiery 2-2 here, which you have taken. So, for nothing more than my love for Ipswich Town, I'll go for the away win then. Now you've covered the draw, Sam. I'll hack off 1 Pompey goal there. Maybe it'd have been 2-2 if Chaplin was playing, but I'll go 2-1 Ipswich, and by God, they would need it. On the TV to round this out is Sheffield United versus Oxford, and it's amazing, Sam, how 0-0 draws and unbeaten runs, if you stick a defeat on the end, all of a sudden look worse. And now you look at Matt Bloomfield's first 4 games at Oxford and you say they haven't won 3 of them and they haven't scored in 3 of them as well. All from it's a good start and they're unbeaten. Sheffield United went away and drew at Millwall. I think that's a decent result given. And I tell you what, we'll do some transfer stuff. Millwall have done some business today, haven't they, with Patterson and Tommy Watson? We'll talk about that on Tuesday, and I'll get Sam's take maybe later in the week. I've got to back the Blades here, Sam. I think this game went down in quite interesting circumstances from what the rumours were saying back a few weeks ago, but I think it's comfortable. 2-0 Blades.
Yeah, just going back to the what you just said there, the whole Watford one was obviously called off late in the day, wasn't it? So probably loses a little bit of that needle, given that there's been a manager departing in the last 24 hours. Otherwise, Watford would have gone there, and I'm sure the manager would have tapped into that. We came all the way up. We were out on the pitch, and our poor supporters had to make their way back down the A1, M1, whatever it may be, to get home last knock-in. So, I fancy Sheffield United strongly here. I think they're brilliant at Bramall Lane. Decent point, and there's no margin for error, mate. They need to win their home games if they're going to shoot up the table to give themselves an outside chance of getting in the playoffs with a few weeks to go. So I think they'll win, and I think they'll win relatively well. What did you have?
2-0.
Yeah, I like that, mate. So I will go for Lightning to strike twice. They beat your lot 3-1. They're going to beat Oxford 3-1 as well.
Yeah, don't mind that at all. Get your predictions for those four in the comments. We have some public apologies to give out. We give out public apologies when both Sam and I have a team to lose and they win. And we can do a very genuine public apology here, Sam, because I can give it to you because it's to QPR. And we know your allegiances. We both had Coventry bouncing back. And it's so ridiculous. We saw it with Brentford and Luton a few years back where the first game is 7 and then the opponent then wins the return. Obviously 7-1 to Coventry back in, I don't know, August, September time. Great 2-1 win for Rangers in this one. They caught Coventry at an anxious time and we both backed the bounce back for Cov and we were wrong. So apologies, QPR. Great win. Sam, would you like to cover Charlton Athletic, who we both had Leicester beating? Yes, there's a red card, but they played it beautifully to get 2 up by half-time. Amari Bell back in. Connor Cody straight in there. Lyndon Dykes in the goals. Much needed win for Charlton, Sam. Would you like to apologise to the Addicts?
Yeah, sorry, Charlton fans. Yeah, I just think we're guilty of getting sucked into, they still got good players at Leicester and blah, 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 blah. And still a massive club in the Championship and they should be doing better. But the reality is they are stinking.
Have you read my script for the entire season there?
Yeah, they are stinking the gaff out to a degree. And there's big problems there. So, no, huge credit to Charlton because obviously that was off the back of being thumped at Millwall. And I'm at the Valley on Friday, so I don't want anyone giving me any grief. So brilliant result. And we'll see how they back it up under the floodlights in South East London on Friday night.
I was going with Greenwich, yeah. Finally, public apology to Swansea. I'm giving us a pass for this one, Sam, because we literally had Swansea going to Watford where the manager and the ownership were so at loggerheads that they literally have had an argument apparently today and the manager's gone. But well played, Swansea, Staminik and Josh Key with his first touch with the goals there. And actually well played Vitor Matos. He's won 7 games since he's been there. Sam, I've got you, mate, just quickly for 2 minutes. We're recording on Sunday. Obviously, we're expecting all hell to break loose in the transfer window tomorrow. Adam Armstrong's probably not going to go. He looks like he's going to go to Wolves now, but I'm still expecting big deals in at Middlesbrough and Ipswich, mate. What do you think we can look forward to tomorrow on the final day of the transfer window?
I've not really been across it today. I've been quite detached looking after my 2 boys. So obviously I'll be having a little look tomorrow. So some of the stuff you mentioned tonight is even news to me. But yeah, I think absolutely, given the recent concerns at Coventry, they may be busy.
Onyeka looks close now.
Who, sorry?
Frank Onyeka from...
yeah, that'd be a great signing.
You spoke about some help for Grimes, didn't you?
Yeah, that'd be a great signing. Yeah, having missed out on Dan Neil. So that'd be a good one. It's there for someone, like we've said so often. I was speaking to someone yesterday. I'm not sure how much they cast an eye across the Championship, but 100% you would have had Coventry, Borough, Ipswich in your top 6, and you'd have had Southampton, Leicester, and Sheffield United. That would have been your top 6, right?
Right.
So what an opportunity for probably anyone from, obviously Hull are in at 3rd at the moment. So excuse me.
You want to go to Birmingham, aren't you?
Yeah, you include Southampton in it, obviously, but I just mentioned them. But yeah, all the way down there. So what an opportunity for still the likes of Bristol City, I was going to say, but my goodness me, if anyone needs some fresh blood through the door, it's them, isn't it?
Eusty nailed that one, didn't he? Yeah.
The window closes. So there's a great opportunity. So you look at what Millwall have done, you look what Wrexham could potentially do with their backing. I expect it to be a really busy Monday night because there is an opportunity for a team that was probably well down in the pre-season betting to be promoted this year. So it's probably going to be one of the busiest Januaries in recent memory in the Championship, I would suggest.
Brilliant stuff. Get your yellow tie on and get on the all the streams that are going to be on tomorrow leading up to 7 p.m. Sam, mate, it's Sunday and you've jumped away from family stuff to do this. So I hope everybody appreciates Sam's efforts, and you can check him out on the red button for Pompey Ipswich, and it sounds like on Friday night as well for Charlton versus QPR. Thank you everybody very much for watching, and get your comments and predictions in below.